Now welcome to a review of Tales of the Underworld, the Assaj Ventress arc, just the Assaj arc. We will do Cad Bane in a future video, probably Wednesday. I think we got news from Naboo coming tomorrow, so Wednesday when everybody else is talking Andor, we're going to talk Cad Bane.
Yes, because Cad Bane.
Because Cad Bane. That's how I felt about the Assaj Ventress arc. Because Assaj Ventress?
Because Dave likes to write for his characters that he loves the most. You can tell the people that he really loves, because Cad Bane had to have his own arc and show up in live action.
Same with Ahsoka. And so does that mean Assaj Ventress live action? Because
why not?
There has to be a reason to bring her back. Because, look, I don't think...
she had a good end.
Okay, yeah, but I don't think this... Well, she had a great end. We'll get to that. I don't think this was, like, bad. I want to say that up front. Like, I don't think I watched it and go, oh, this is just bad. My issue is, like, why?
I think I had a lot of questions at the end that I didn't want to still have.
Oh, I've got questions from the first moment of the first episode.
And
like,
if you wanna...
how does she come back from the dead? And, like, why is there, like, a stipulation? Like, you must avoid the things you love, or whatever. Like, why?
She's dead for all of 2 seconds, it feels like.
I don't even know if she's ever dead. I think she had a bad dream.
I loved the scene, because it did play out like the book. Obi-Wan was there. He puts her in there. He kind of talks about how much he cared. He loved her.
He did.
The tear that falls down on her. I was like, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah. Did you say Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
Obi-Wan. Yeah, but you mean Quinlan Voss, right?
Yeah. Quinlan did it, but Obi-Wan was there. So
okay, I thought you said, like, maybe I'm hearing things wrong.
No.
Maybe I'm hearing dead voices in my head telling me to avoid the things I love.
No. Quinlan was obviously there. He loved her.
Dark Disciple,
and he said he loved her, but Obi-Wan went with him, which I thought was a beautiful thing, because, they have such a relationship.
Yeah, Quinlan and Obi-Wan are like buddies. But I think actually, I was just going to say, I think Obi-Wan and Assaj are closer in a weird sort of way.
That's one of the reasons I was glad that he was there.
Yeah. But here's what I like about that. They acknowledged the book. Mm-hmm. The book is still canon. Dave didn't go, but I mean, it was a Clone Wars arc too. Let's not forget, initially, this is a Clone Wars arc from like season 7 or 8 that never happened. So they canonized or reaffirmed the book. But then it's like, how is she coming back? Like, what? I mean, Night Sister magic. Okay, we've done zombies. I get they do some weird stuff.
Then
but
how
it's
come
like,
all of them don't come back?
Yeah, I mean, that's certainly a question.
1,000.
Just, like, what I still want to know, like, how and why and what is the rule. Like, it seems like you could go back, but you can't be with Quinlan.
It was so vague.
Yeah.
Like, why are any of the Night Sisters still there? You can stay here with us, or just give up what you love. Like, I don't understand that.
Yeah, I don't... Why? Like, why is this the thing? Like, you have to give me, like, a reason why it works this way.
It was
otherwise
right
it's
after
just,
he
like,
left. I'm
just
like,
a
girl,
weird
just run down the
arbitrary
hall.
thing.
You got this.
Yeah.
Like,
she just immediately, like, booked it towards him. Yeah.
Well, I just was so confused. I'm like, does that mean she doesn't love him anymore? She had to give the emotions that she felt for him as sacrifice? Because that wasn't the case.
No,
you could tell she still has
cared about him. Yeah.
So what did she give up? Just saying that if I see him again, I will die?
That's what my question is.
But at the same time, it made it look like throughout the story that she was driven to go see him again.
Yeah. See, that's my question. Like, what happens, what happens if they see each other? Is it like this weird paradox and the Star Wars galaxy ends? Or what happens? Like,
they didn't give us anything.
Yeah.
Like, if she sees him again, if she acknowledges their love, she dies? I don't know.
I don't know.
Kind of reminded me of
It's classic Dave Filoni, where you just don't worry about it. You don't try to answer questions. You just ignore them. And I don't even know if this is written by Filoni, mind you, but I mean, obviously he would have had to okay this and read the script and like, why?
What's funny is it reminds me of there's an old anime. It's called Princess Tutu, and it's based on like German folktales. And the duck is a ballerina human, but if she ever tells the prince that she loves him, she'll turn into a duck forever.
So you're telling me Assaj Ventress would turn into a duck?
No, I'm just saying, it's like, as much as she loves him, she can't approach him because or else she'll be dead again.
But why?
I don't know.
Like, I get that's a folklore.
It's very odd.
And I get this is Star Wars, so it's not like
I'm just wondering if he drew inspiration from that at all.
Perhaps. I mean, maybe. I think he drew or whoever wrote this. Again, I don't know that this is like Dave Filoni sat down and wrote this or anything, but my point is, like, what is the rule here? Like, why can't you have to, like, let me know, like, why she is giving that up other than random Mother Talzin voice said so.
And then because she's usually a quiet type character, stoic, she goes about her business, they're like, we have to give her an annoying kid.
Of course. Well,
hey,
everybody
Lyco,
has to have a kid.
You Lyco him, right?
Oh,
I Lyco him. You Lyco him. We all Lyco him.
I don't Lyco.
I know.
It didn't bother me.
It didn't bother me.
Like I said, I don't know that it was...
like a Jedi.
Like, as much as we're kind of trash talking it, like I said, I don't think it's bad. It reminds me... It reminds me of a Marvel comic book in the Disney era Star Wars days, where it's like somebody went to somebody at who wrote this and was like, we need an Assaj Ventress story, or we need a Cad Bane story, and they're like, oh, okay, here
you go.
But it doesn't like have any like meaning. It doesn't need to be profound. I'm actually fine with the idea of taking some of these characters and doing these little fun.
I think I wanted stories. Something deeper from her.
Yeah, because she died.
She died, and we know that there was this great love story there.
Yeah.
I mean,
and it's just like, now we're going to bring her back and she's just going to go help a kid because everybody at some point helps a kid in Star Wars these days.
But we also know that Dave must like Lots Razi because my girl was bad. I love Lots. She didn't get enough love, though, in it. She had
bad.
one fight scene.
Well,
and then they sent the droid in to do the work.
Well, you only get like 15 minutes. She only had like one episode, but...
The droid should have stayed on the ship and she should have been down fighting because that would have been cooler.
Yes.
But she's a bounty hunter. She did bounty hunter things. I have no problem with how she did things.
No.
Well, the job didn't work out. Just take the kid. He's worth money.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly...
She's a bounty hunter. I'm fine with that.
Then there's the point, like, when Assaj is like, I don't remember the exact quote, but something went wrong. We didn't get the thing. It's like, why did you say you didn't get the thing? Because now you know they're going to betray you. You literally warned the kid that they'll betray you for anything, and now you're like,
the whole episode was just to try and show that the kid now trusts her.
Yes,
because
they put a tension in there between them. Is Assaj going to turn? Is the kid going to try? Yes, they are. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler. Well, and plus we knew Assaj wouldn't turn because if you know Assaj after
she helped the kid in the training arc. Or episode, wasn't really. It's
not the first time she's helped a kid.
No, Lots was there too.
And then I wonder, in relation to the Bad Batch episode she was in, where's the kid? What happened to Lyko?
I don't know.
Did she finally get him to go on the path? What happened?
She finally got rid of him. Like, you were really supposed to go.
Where was he at?
I don't know.
She just left him somewhere, a little Jedi runaway?
Yes.
Why didn't she bring him to Pabu, which was like a safe place?
That's a good question, because he finally went on the path.
Maybe. Like, there's more story to be told there, and that's partially what bothers me the most.
But there's a reason to tell this story.
Because we have to know what happens to her now. We need to know now what happens to this kid that she's now hooked up with. Did she ever find the path? Did she ever see Quinlan again? What happens to her? We have to know now, because you couldn't just leave the dead lie.
And where do we learn this, though? Here's the problem. Like,
in
we're not going to see
upcoming random thingamajig, or a book, or something. Or when she comes to live action, because Dave says, yes, I want her.
Is she going to be in Ahsoka season 2?
She was out by the Purgles. That's where she went.
Oh, my goodness. With the other Night Sister.
She's already there. Oh, my gosh. If the Night Sisters all come back, that's actually a decent reason to bring her into season 2.
Don't.
No. Now we're cooking. We're
not. We're actually not
because
cooking.
Because Thrawn went to Dathomir with the witches, and
he found witches.
Yeah, he found a bunch of witches, and he brought them all to Dathomir. And she's a Night Sister, one of the few remaining, we assume. So why wouldn't she get involved?
I don't know, because she should be dead.
They're like family. So
Vin Diesel.
Yes.
Night Sister Vin.
I liked the arc, but now I just want to know what happens next. Which is that the intention of this arc, to make me want to know what happens next?
The intention of the arc feels like to just bring back this character, because they have to have plans later on, because otherwise why? To give you again, I don't think it's a bad story. It's fine in isolation. If you sat down and watched this, is like, oh, it's got a nice little lesson in the trust, and
and then
cool.
Yeah.
But out of isolation, in the greater context of the story of Assaj Ventress and Star Wars in general, why?
Don't forget the other Tuskens. The not Tuskens?
Oh, yes. Yes, don't get angry. I mean, I kind of like the whole, you can't let go of the war thing. But
you gotta
there's things in there that are fine.
I really liked when he's like, Dooku's shadow, we love you, lady.
Yeah,
so I was like, hell yeah.
Yeah, appreciation.
Hell yeah, from the Separatist side.
It was cool to see that, actually.
Yeah.
Like I said, there's some good things in there. I'm not trying to
There's some interesting things in there. He's like, well, it turns out if we would have won the war, things would be better. And she's like, we don't.
Yeah, well, it didn't really matter.
Facts.
Yeah. They were both sides, heroes
Either way,
on both sides,
the Emperor really wins.
Yes.
Can't forget that.
Yeah.
But no, there were definitely some really cool things in there. But like I said, all it did was whet my appetite to want to know more about where she goes from here. Does she ever find her love again? They made sure to show us the love.
Though.
We don't know what happens, though.
He was probably down there on that ship. She could have gone down there, and then, I don't know, she melts or something.
We don't, exactly, we don't know. And he probably doesn't even know. He threw that line in there and goes, God, do I have to figure this out now? What happens? Because everyone's asking.
What happens when Quinlan catches wind of Assaj being alive still?
Which he would have had the kid gone with.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's why I thought this is strange.
That's why Lyko didn't go.
Yeah, if the kid goes, he's going to be like, yeah, Assaj Ventress helped me. No, she's dead. I put her in a pool.
Yeah.
Obi-Wan was there, he saw.
Lyco didn't like that idea. I didn't like Lyco.
I didn't mind Lyco. I mean, I didn't like Lyco.
I thought he was a little too naive for his age. Like, he couldn't hide.
What do you mean?
He's walking like a Jedi, talking like a Jedi. Oh,
you
yes,
like a Jedi.
all living things' lives are important. I'm like, normal people don't say that.
How do you really know? Normal people don't think all living things?
No, I'm saying he talks like a Jedi.
I wanted to make you sound bad, like a bad person.
Thanks.
Not all living things matter, just the ones I say so.
We can't go too long, though. We're going to be longer than the episodes.
Oh, that's right. We have been kind of chatting it up on this one.
That's because it's interesting. When it's interesting, there's plenty to chat about, and I have interest.
Yeah, well, it has questions, because you brought back this character, a character that was dead and gone, had a great story in Clone Wars, micro-series Clone Wars, the whole Tartakovsky Clone Wars. Like, she's been around, she's been in the comics, she did her thing, and now she's back.
Right. I love it because eventually we're going to come out with the tier list again for this time around. Because we've been building a tier list this whole time of how the arcs for the Tales of series have been. And now there are 6 of them to rank.
Yes, there are 6.
There are 6.
And I don't think this is going to be S tier. Normal Cad Bane, spoiler alert.
Don't give away anything.
Oh, I didn't say it could be A tier.
What if I really like the Cad Bane? You don't even know. I like Cad Bane. Don't even know. Don't even know. All right, wrap it up, Fuzzball.
All right. Well, I mean, again, to sum it up, I think it's fine. I just don't know why.
I think I need more because I need to know where the story is going to go. That's all I need. I need to know where the story is going to go. You have to finish the story. I
hope we never hear from her again.
I know that's what you hope, but I
don't mean it because I don't like her or anything, but because I think that would just be so funny that you brought back this character just to have this one-off story for no reason.
That's horrible. That's mean. They can't do it.
But they could.
But they won't.
All right. Well, that is going to be all we got for you this time. Now it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you thought of this story arc. Do you agree? Do you disagree? We will do Cad Bane in due time. My cat decided right now to use the scratching post, so... Anyway, take to those comments below. Let's talk some Star Wars. And until next time, thanks for watching.